Guys, welcome back after our advert break. Let us now look at another question. So in question number 2, I've indicated that an NGO, which helps families with food parcels, has a storage facility comprising of 2 rooms. It says study the diagram alongside and answer the questions that follows. Right, so there is the storerooms for food parcels. We can see we have room A and there's room B, given with the dimensions of each room as well. Then other important information is also presented to us, where we say the breadth of each cabinet is 200 centimeters. Right, so I've indicated the cabinets here, can we see? Okay, and there we can see the breadth is 2 meters, which is the same as 200 centimeters, right? And then we've also indicated the dimension of a tile with length and breadth, which is the same of 0.6 meters. Then other important information that we're going to need later on in this, when answering the sum, is that there's a sale. So what is the sale? You get 25% discount. And then also, of course, the price of the tiles, it's 180 Rand per square meter, right? Okay guys, now let's look at our first question. We are saying here, the manager of the NGO intends tiling room A. Okay, so this room. Okay, the cabinets will be used to store food parcels. We know we have 2 cabinets, right? Different sizes. Calculate the surface area that is covered by the cabinets. You may use the formula area equals length times breadth. Now guys, as I've indicated, remember we have 2 types of cabinets here. So I'll start off with the first one by indicating area equals. All right, let me just substitute in the first formula here. So I'm calculating the area of this one first. Okay, so therefore I'll say the length here is 6 meters multiplied by the breadth here of 2 meters. Okay, so that will give us for the first one an area of 12 meters squared. Remember 2-dimensional, so make sure we indicate the correct unit. Guys, are we fine? Now I'm going to calculate the area of the second cabinet. It's this one here. Remember it says breadth of each cabinet is 200 centimeters. So meaning this here is then also 2 meters. Are we clear on that? So again for the second one, also a rectangle as we can see. So area equals length multiplied by our breadth. So in this case, length will be 3 meters. Multiplied by the breadth here, which is the same, is also 2 meters. 3 multiplied by 2, that will give us 6 meters squared. Remember it says, calculate the surface area that is covered by the cabinets, right? So both. So therefore, what will I do now? I'll take my area of the first cabinet, it's 12 meters squared, plus the area of the second cabinet, which is 6 meters squared, and that will give me a total of 18 meters squared. Guys, are we clear? So I separated the 2, calculated the area of both, I added them together to get the combined or the total surface or area that is covered by the 2 cabinets. Okay, right. Let us then now move on. Question number B. It says determine the area of room A that will be covered by tiles. Okay, remember here where we have the cabinets, we're not going to tile there. Okay, so we would like to know what area of this room A will be covered by tiles. Okay, so looking at this again, it's a rectangle, we agree. So I'll start off, let us understand what needs to happen. So I'll calculate the area of the room, the entire room, then I'll deduct the area that's not going to be tiled, meaning that is covered by the 2 cabinets. Guys, are we clear on that? Okay, so let's start with area of the complete room. Right? Let's write it like that so that you are able to distinguish, see what I'm doing. So area of the room will be, okay, so if you look at it, it's this 8 meters here by our width of 6 meters, right? So therefore, the area of room will be length multiplied by my breadth. It's also a rectangle. So therefore, I'll say it's 8 meters multiplied by 6 meters, right? So I know 8 multiplied by 6, that will give me 48. And remember, it is area, so I indicate it as meters squared. We would like to know what is the area that will be covered by the tiles. Remember earlier on, if I look at question A, we said the part that's going to be covered by our two cabinets is 18 square meters. So therefore, right, I'll take my 48 meters squared, the area of the entire room, and I'll subtract the 18 square meters. That's the area of the two cabinets, right? Leaving us with area to be covered by tiles of 30 square meters. Guys, I am sure that is making sense. Remember, we are not going to tile this part where we see the cabinets. So only the 30 square meters will be tiled. All right. Let's now move on to question number C. Now, question number C is saying that the manager claimed that he needs 84 tiles to tile the room. Verify, showing all calculations, whether his claim is valid or not. Right? Remember, we said, just to take you back, the area, right, basically this here, that will be tiled is what? That is 30 square meters, right? So, meaning here, we're going to put some tiles, right? And now I look at the dimension of a tile. There's the dimensions of a tile, length and width exactly the same, 0.6 meters. So, therefore, I know what the area of the room is that needs to be tiled. I now need to find the area of a tile, per tile. So therefore, what will happen now? I'll say area of a tile equals, again, right, so length multiplied by breadth. Right, we can see this will be square tiles because it's the same. So it will be 0.6 meters multiplied by 0.6 meters. Right, let's calculate that. 0.6 times 0.6. This will give us area per tile of 0.36 meters squared. What will I do next? I'll take the area of the room to be tiled. Right, let me write it like this. The area of room A. Remember, that's the area that needs to be tiled, right? And I'll divide that by the area of a tile to see how many tiles. Okay, so that's my formula that I'll use. So therefore, what is the area of room A to be tiled? That is 30 square meters. What is the area per tile? That is 0.36 square meters. Now let's type that in and simplify. So 30 divided by 36. Okay, so I made a mistake. It should be 30 divided by 0.36. Guys, so when I do this calculation, I'll get, let me just go out of here and I'll write it on our right hand side. So this calculation will give us 83.3, and this 3 will repeat itself. So therefore, that 0.3 is a space that needs to be covered, right? So therefore, we will need 84 tiles, all right? And it says here, verify, showing all calculations where this claim is valid. So therefore, the claim made by our manager is valid, it's correct. Guys, how we find? So I first calculated the area of a tile. I knew all along that the area of the room to be tiled is 30 square meters. Thereafter, I divided the area of the room to be tiled by the area of a tile. I've ended with 83.3, and I rounded again that upwards because this 0.3 here forms part of the next tile. Therefore, I ended with an answer of 84 tiles, making the claim by the manager true. All right, let's look at another question. It says calculate the cost of tiles needed to tile the room. Okay, remember we said, it says here, there's a sale, 25% discount, and then also the price of tiles is 180 Rand per square meters. So the question at hand, calculate the cost of tiles needed to tile this room. So therefore, start by saying we need what? 30 square meters of tiles, right? Tiles are being sold at the price of 180 Rand per square meter. So therefore, multiply by 180. So 30 multiplied by 180. That will give us a cost of 5,400 Rand. But now please note, remember there's a sale, so you'll get 25% discount. So therefore, I will take 25% of 5,400. Now let's see what that will give us. So 25 divided by 100 multiplied by 5,400. That will give us an answer of 1,350 Rand. This is the discount. Okay, so what is the actual cost that we'll pay? So therefore, I take the original price, 5,400, minus the discount of 1,350. So I will then end up paying. So take the 5,400 minus the 1,350. I will end up paying 4,050 Rand for these tiles. Guys, again, I took the total area to be covered, that is 30 square meters. I multiplied it by the cost per square meter, which is 180, right, per square meter. I ended with an answer of 5,400 Rand. Then I took into account the discount of 25%. I calculated 25% of the price of 5,400. I ended with a discounted price discount of 1,350 Rand. Thereafter, I took the original price, 5,400, minus the discount of 1,350, and I ended up with a total cost of 4,050 Rand. Guys, time for one last question. Let us look at our last question. It says, how many boxes must he buy if each box has 6 tiles? Remember we said, how many tiles do we need in total? 84 tiles. Then we are saying here, if each box has 6 tiles, so I take my 84 tiles, the total that I need, divided by 6 tiles per box. So what will we get? 84 divided by 6. So therefore, 14 boxes. It says how many boxes. So indicate here that 14 boxes needs to be bought, right? So 84 tiles needed. 6 tiles per box, so therefore 84 divided by 6 equals 14 boxes. Guys, let us take a quick advert break. After the break, I will wrap up today's lesson. See you after the break.